Hi everybody, Matt and Danielle back with you, and we are on our road trip again, and this time slightly different. We are in Poland, and we're currently in a place called the Modlin Fortress. This is a huge kind of building, a lot of it in use, a lot of it still run down from wartime. We're going to just have a quick look around here, and then we're going to head to an extraordinary building across the water, which we'll hopefully find soon, which was, believe it or not, it was just a granary store. You won't believe how big it is when you see it. That's what they all say. See you in a minute. One of the biggest fortresses in Europe is the Modlin Fortress, roughly 50 kilometres from Warsaw. This version of the fortress was constructed by the French between roughly 1806 to 1812 due to its strategic position. However, the history of this site as a fortress goes back centuries. An original fort was here in the 11th century, and then another one constructed in the 15th before it was demolished in 1660. It was another 150 years before this fortress was built. When the French came to Poland, Napoleon's engineers fortified the border with Russia in expectation of a Russian offensive. He ordered 2 forts to be built. One was built, which we will see tomorrow. This one eventually became a supplies and granary store. The plan was to build them on islands, but the second fortress was built at the side of the river. Over the decades and centuries, which have seen countless wars and battles and conflicts, the fortress has been held by the French, the Polish, Russians, and the Germans. It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. What a place. Some whiskey. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So this place is open on a Sunday to visit. We just found a little cellar to crawl into. But yeah, so we are on our Polish road trip. We're kind of in Warsaw, and a bit later we'll be heading to different places as well. So it's the dark side of the moor. Me, Danielle, and Tom's here as the torch. So we are all here, I promise you. Fuse box, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's a few switches.
Oop. Wow. Be careful. What a place. Oop. Yeah. Not just as bad, but yeah. Wow.
Some violent steps.
Yeah. So walking around the Modlin Fortress, it has a real feel of what? Do you think?
Like it's been evacuated and the war has ended. It's just
Yeah.
eerie in a
It's
way.
like untouched since 1945. It's very strange. It is like, yeah, straight. There's so many of these little buildings. We weren't even going to film the fortress, but I think we're going to have to now. The numerous small buildings across the grounds and beyond are because in 1810 Napoleon changed his mind, again, about how he wanted the fortress, and he expanded it, including defence stations, both inside and outside the building. At one point, 20,000 people worked on the fortress, though unsurprisingly, it was never fully completed. In 1813, a Russian army of 36,000 soldiers laid siege to it, but it took them 11 months to win that conflict, thanks to the defences at the fortress. Further expansions and constructions took place in the 19th century, and the Russians held the fort all that time until the Germans attacked in 1915, and they captured the fort in just a few days. After the First World War, the Polish had it again, but in 1939 the Germans invaded and captured the fortress again. And in a corner just away from the fortress, into the woods, we found something horrifying. Wow, oh my goodness, how big is this? Wow. Oh wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Good heavens. That's crazy. Massive. Absolutely massive. pump stuff in, wouldn't they?
Yeah. So I keep seeing these in those square cracks there.
Yeah.
Not there, no.
No. We presumed we'd walk straight into an extermination chamber, but this was just the start of the trip. We left the fortress here and headed across the other side to what was Napoleon's granary store. So join us soon for the next video from there. And there the videos take an even darker twist. So please like, share, comment and subscribe, and join us over the next few nights as we bring you the original Modlin Fortress, some of the many war memorials across Warsaw, including the Warsaw Uprising statue, the abandoned sanatorium where some of the most horrendous acts against humanity took place, before we conclude our journey at Auschwitz itself.